it's Alfred here, and as you can already tell by the title, we're going to be looking at some nice movements in D minor. Before I really get more into depth, I just have a couple things I need to say. First off, thank you so much for 1K subscribers. I really appreciate you guys watching and tuning in and liking and commenting. Thank you so much for just being a part of this journey with me, and I really appreciate it. So thank you so much. If you're new to the channel, be sure to check out some other stuff, man. We got some good stuff here. I didn't get to 1K for any reason. All right. But my second thing is if you're looking for one-on-one lessons where I can be a little bit more specific and not so broad, hit me up. You can, visit my website, alfredjrmusic.com. Check the description. Or you can follow me on Instagram or TikTok, and you can kind of DM me there and private message me if you have any questions or anything. But yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this. So as you were already listening, there's a couple there's about 3 key movements I want to show you guys. So I'm going to start with the really basic chord progression in D minor, and we'll get into it. So right here at the 1, right, to the minor 7 flat 5. So let's start right there. So let's start at my movements I'm doing when I get to the 5, okay? So the one thing that sets minor keys apart from major keys is that 5 to 1 movement is a little bit more powerful. You can put a little bit more tension behind it, and it makes the melodies and the melodic movements really, really beautiful. I'm sorry, my dog is barking in the back. But yeah, let's start with that, and let's see what we can pull from there. So let's start minor 7 flat 5, and then right here. All right, so let's check out this first thing. What am I doing here? What's the theory behind that? What's the explanation behind that? All right, so it's really easy if you think about it. So when I get to my 5 chord, which is going to be A, right? Usually that A7 is going to pull me back to D minor. But what I'm doing is I'm putting this one for this G major right under it, right? So whenever you get to that 5 chord or whatever chord you want to go to, try going a whole step below and putting that major, right? I have G major, I have G on top, and as you can see what I'm holding here, I have G on top, and then I resolve this G major down. I resolve the B and the D to the flat 9, right? Right? So take a look at that movement. And this B flat, and this D flat is really gonna pull me to this D minor. So that's what's going on, right? If you take a look at what I'm doing right here, this is actually diminished chord, right? Right? These diminished notes, they want to move. It's very unstable. They want to move. They want to move to this D minor. That's where they want to go. So adding that extra tension between the notes instead of just this A7 tritone can really get you there. So yeah, try that. So the next thing I got is also on the 5. So you might have heard me do something like this. Okay, so I'm right here. So this is nice. All right, so let's explain that. So once again, it's all about that tension. All right. So when I'm on this 5 chord, basically what I'm aiming for is if I'm looking at my 5 chord, I'm starting on this F major, right? I'm starting on this F major, it goes to E major, right? This is just in the right hand, and my left hand is still holding that A bass. I'm going down in D minor. So basically, if you want to look at it from like this is how I look at it. So this is my target. My target is D minor, right? We all know that. So I'm gonna start I'm gonna start a minor third away from above my target, and I'm gonna hit that major chord, right? And then I'm gonna whole step below, and I'm gonna hit the next major, which is E flat. And then at this E flat, I'm literally right above D minor, so I can just go ahead and resolve it down. But the reason why this works is because, man, it's the tension that's really built up in this type of movement, especially moving, you know, from whole tones instead of semitones. You have that tension there, and then the tension of that A7, that A clashing with this E flat chord, man, that really can add. Also, you want to use that kind of every once in a while. You don't want to be too much with that because that's a really distinctive sound, and it's really nice to use. Yeah, like I just did, try with some different voices on top. So I got the C on top now, right? F major to E flat major to D minor. So yeah, try some stuff like that, man. Don't be afraid to hit any key you want to hit, you feel like hitting, right? Especially in practice. This is where you can mess up, no one's gonna say anything. So the last thing I have to do to show you guys, it's gonna be this movement right here. It's really nice, and beware, you don't want to use, if you're singing with somebody, you want to make sure the melody is really gonna fit with this movement. So here it is, with the same progression. Changes right here. One more time. So what is happening right here? So basically what I'm doing is when I get to this B half diminished, B minor 7 flat 5. So now at this point I want to get back to my D minor from here, right? So now I'm thinking, okay, let's do a 2-5. So you could do, right, something like that, right? Could do something like that, right? Your 2-5 and E flat. So that's your 2-5 and E flat. I'm sorry, D minor. But what I'm doing is I'm actually taking this and I'm actually moving. I'm actually doing a tritone substitution for both of these chords. So this E I'm turning into a B, right? That's a tritone away. And then this A I'm turning it into this E. So keep in mind when you do tritone substitutions, it's generally accepted. Okay, so this is my tritone, right? Right, this is my tritone in it. So no matter where, you know, I do this B7, B flat 7, and I go to E flat 7, I'm gonna have these tritones. But what I'm doing is I'm moving a tritone away, but I'm making that tritone chord a minor. So I don't necessarily have to keep the tritone. I can just move the chord. I can just change that whole perception and just say, okay, I'm playing B flat minor instead. I don't have to play B7, right? So I'm taking this whole 2-5 and I'm moving it a tritone. And this E flat actually puts me right above this D minor. So let's say if I did this in F, right? F minor. So same progression. So now I'm gonna do C minor. Then that puts me right above F minor, right? That's my target. We'll do one more key. Let's do B minor. So, all right, B minor. G half diminished. And now here we go. Right? So, if I was in B minor, my 2-5 would be C7, F to my B minor. But I'm taking this move and I'm putting the tritone. So I'm starting on F sharp, I'm going to B, and then I'm resolving. So yeah, that's all I got for you guys, man. Be sure to try out all of this stuff I showed you. Be sure to take it in all your different keys. If you have any questions or any comments on any future videos, go ahead and leave it in the comment. I'll try my best to get to it. And but that's all I got for you guys, man. You have a good night. Take care. Peace out. Sheesh.